Oh, where's the...
Oh,
we are rolling. All right, welcome. Oh, but
welcome.
What did you just do?
Oh,
I thought you were
know.
blowing the camera.
No.
Because you put your mouth like, yeah, it's just like that. That's a blow.
In your head, lock the doors and close the blinds. Turn on your TV, turn off your mind.
I saw this meme before we get started. I saw
Okay.
a meme, and because I'm on the Cult of the Curious page, which is fucking hilarious. But also, it's like
Yes.
a bunch of people are crazy about sex. It's insane. It's like all sex memes, and one of them is like,
Lucifina.
what was it? It was like, why do you get a blowjob? And one of them is like, do you like the look of the girl, which was 5%? Do you like the feel of it, which was 20%? And I don't remember the 75%, but I love the look of it because that's so fucking funny. The 75% wasn't as funny as the first two, but the first one was like, you like the look of the girl, which I thought was hilarious because I'm like, who looks at it?
No, I know.
Like watching. No, you're doing great. All right, a little bit to the left, actually.
Eye contact.
Would you look up, you bitch? Yeah, fucking weird as shit.
No,
and
dude,
men would do that to other men even worse. I feel like they'd be like, "You fucking whore, get up here."
I'm more of the. Yes.
Yeah, lay back. You're laying back. You're having comfort.
Eyes closed. I don't. Shut off your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the 75%, but I'm sure it was kind of funny, but it wasn't great.
How do you guys enjoy your blowjobs?
Yeah, please send us messages. Don't send us fucking messages about that, please.
Oh, also,
Dude,
by the way, guys,
do not do
I wanted to say thank you so much for all the listeners we have. We are getting really close to 100 listeners on Spotify.
Yeah, we have 42. We're really close.
We're actually at 94. So we're getting really close.
That would be funny.
We've been
We're
building-
just like, we're getting really close. We have 6 listeners. Let's go. Come on.
We've been building up and building up. And for all the people that are listening from overseas and Germany especially, we've got a good number in Germany,
Yeah,
actually.
I love Germany. Apparently. Germany's great.
Because we're so blunt and crazy.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe Germans are just cool. Maybe they're actually cool people.
They probably are the
maybe
coolest
we're
people.
not the cool people.
I mean, my father-in-law is going to Germany in a few months.
Is he going to rent, like sex workers?
No, he's going there with a group of high schoolers.
You just made it way more weird. You made it way more weird.
He was
Listen, he's going to make the sex
he's
workers. I
going-
see what he's doing now.
for band reasons.
Whatever he says.
Because he was working at the high school.
Anyway, welcome everyone.
Welcome.
Or welcome back. Or welcome for the first time. Or welcome infinity. I don't know. Fucking you're here.
Welcome no matter what, and we love you.
You've come here and this is your mistakes. You've already done it. So way to go, guys.
Sorry, it has been a couple of weeks since we put out a new episode.
Yeah, I got married, so that's my fault. I was busy.
busy.
So here we are again. We hope you enjoyed the last episode that came out, which was Spyro. Is it just called Spyro?
It's just called Pyro.
Because Enter the Dragon is a sequel.
I think
Or
it's
is it
the
a
first
remake?
one's. I can't remember. There's like. It's called Spyro, but there is like another tagline to it. I think it's like You're the Dragon.
Maybe, I don't know. I know Enter the Dragon was a pretty big Spyro game, but I don't know if that's a sequel or
I
something.
can't remember if it's either the first or the second one that's Enter the Dragon,
Yeah.
and then one's Year the Dragon, and then
I think second one must be
it's
Enter
like
the Dragon.
Riptide's Rage or something
Oh,
for one of the other
weird.
ones.
Okay, well, that's cool. Well, yeah, we hope you enjoyed Spyro from the last episode. We really enjoyed playing that one.
yeah.
It was really nostalgic in a certain way.
It's so
Just that first level.
And
for me
honestly,
is
like,
nostalgic, but
it's nostalgic, but like it's still such a good game. Like I
except for
still
the last boss.
yeah
Last boss. Shit, way to go.
yeah
Way
yeah.
to go, whoever made that fucking game.
Woo.
Losers.
I still love those games. They're
Yeah.
just a lot of fun, and they're a lot more fun than Banjo.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, everything's more fun. Like, watching the paint dry on a wall is more fun than playing fucking
I realized I made a mistake when I said that they made a Banjo remastered. It's actually not a full remastered game that they're
they're
making.
just remastering the worst parts.
No.
So the whole game.
So the PlayStation game Dreams, where people can create their own games.
Deep dreams
Where-
come on when I close my eyes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. I think I want to say I heard of that.
Yeah, I think I told you about it when the Avatar: The Last Airbender
Yeah.
game.
And my brother does one that's similar. That's like you go in and you build the world.
Yeah.
Like with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So someone makes just like a literal sandbox with nothing in it, and everyone's responsible for building the fucking world.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Dreams is a game where you actually make games in the game.
Yeah.
And so like the Avatar: Last Airbender game that
Which looks sweet.
is amazing is on there, but one guy took it upon himself to recreate and remaster Banjo-Kazooie.
Why would he ever do that?
In the Dreams game.
Why
So it's
would
not
he
a
do that?
full remake, but he's remade
life.
all the levels. So
He's
far.
literally taking his life and saying, "Listen, I want to waste it and put shit content out. Let's do it." And everyone
It
said, "No,
looks
let's
so
not do it."
good though.
All
Like
right,
it looks
all right,
it looks
all
really
right.
pretty.
Can you
Graphically
4K it?
I don't know if you can 4K it, but it
No.
looks pretty. Like it looks like as good as like the new Spyro and the new
Okay,
Crash
well, that's cool.
does. Like it looks just so clean.
Yeah,
So I wonder if it plays better, and I wonder if he changed
it does.
anything. But like I just
some of it
It's
was cool,
cool.
except for the fact that one of your bosses is just a sentient fucking box. So
yeah, and the quiz that you have to do to defeat the queen.
the stupid
the
quiz.
witch.
Who fucked this girl? I don't fucking know.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. So this week's game is CTR Crash Team Racing.
Nitro fueled.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's-
Nitro
that's
Fuels is
the
the
remake.
the
Yeah.
remaster, I think.
Yep.
So I played the original. He played the remaster.
It's kind of what we do.
Yeah, and it's fun
Most of
actually.
these.
This game, I was surprised.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised how much better it is than fucking Mario Kart. Except for
Oh,
the
I don't.
items. The
Yeah.
items are the worst part because they don't. I think Mario Kart perfected items, and this
Yes.
place perfected the racing.
Yes.
Because the racing is actually better.
Well,
Like
the
the maps
racing-
are way fucking better than Mario Kart maps.
Some of the maps. There was a couple maps I really didn't like.
Yeah,
but
well,
it's the same thing with
we're
Mario
always,
Kart.
We're always gonna get those, but they're less symmetrical and they're
Yeah.
more fucking fun. Like,
Yes.
the downward spiral. But the first Mario Kart, I think, came out years before
Well,
the
and-
fucking first Crash.
The drifting in this game is just so much more
Oh,
of an
it's so
actual
better.
skill cap.
Yes.
Like
It took me a while to figure out that you had
Oh,
to press
I know.
another button.
Yeah, I know.
Mario, you just let go of it and you
Yeah.
fucking go faster.
exactly.
Yeah, but with this one, it took me a while.
Yeah.
But I finally figured it out when I started realizing I can't just slow turn every fucking race to win it.
yeah. So yeah, definitely. Do we want to go ahead and? Oh, I guess I didn't look at the box.
So this is a Naughty Dog game to start out. Naughty Dog team. They've been around forever. 1985 is when or 1981? No, 1985 was when I saw their first game, and we both laughed at the title. Now I don't remember, and we don't care that much. So
Oh,
It was a shit title.
Keith the Thief.
no, Keith the Thief was like 91, I think, or 89. But their first title was shit. And then they did like a ski game, which everyone did like a ski. A downhill skiing for the mech. You know, so. But their major accomplishments, we got. What was the one you Uncharted? Uncharted is one of them, which apparently is a big game. I've never played them, but
It's a game kind of like Tomb Raider. A lot
Yeah.
of people compare it to Tomb Raider.
yeah. But people like it. I think. I think it's.
Oh yeah, it's a
got
very
bunch
very
of them.
popular game.
And
It's
then
got
some shit
6 or
game
7
called
games.
The Last of Us. I've never heard of that. It's
Oh,
a
fuck
fucking
you.
shit, fucking horror game. But yeah, Last of Us they made, Crash they made. They did really. We thought they made Spyro because these two games are so fucking similar, but they didn't actually make Spyro.
It doesn't look like they did.
No, I don't know who made Spyro, but I'm sure we mentioned it during the game or
I
during the
don't
recording.
even.
But I don't remember.
I know I mentioned the remake was Toys
Yeah.
for Bob, but
Yeah.
I don't remember if I remembered who the original was.
Yeah, but they did some good fucking games. So this is actually a really good company that made Crash. So
Oh, yeah.
think of starting with Crash and heading to Last of Us. That's fucking crazy.
That's true.
Yeah, that is insane.
It's really crazy to see where some of these companies came from
Yeah.
and like what they're doing now.
Well, like who made Halo originally?
Bungie.
Bungie. So remember Bungie's first like attempt at a first-person shooter was Marathon Man. And,
Huh.
and Marathon Man is not a good game. Like it's shit, but it looks cool. It looks like Doom. Like all those games look like fucking Doom.
Okay.
But it's probably a little better than Doom because it came out a few years after. But like that's crazy that they go from like this shit game and a few years later they're like, no, we released Halo. And you're like, holy fuck!
How did you get from there to there?
Yeah, who'd you hire? Whose idea did you steal? What the fuck happened?
Seriously though.
All right, so we're gonna do the back of the box for I believe Nitro, right?
Yes.
Looks like it's on the PS4. It must be fucking Nitro.
It's got to be.
So
Nitro
Activision
Fueled.
was the one who remade it, apparently.
Yes.
But they're probably just slapping their name on it and had this vicarious
Vicarious
visions.
Yeah, that's the main.
They're just like,
company.
listen, we gave them money to do this shit. Go ahead and read it.
Oh, we didn't even do our.
What's on the box?
Now I
Me.
can read it.
I read the box.
All right, Crash is back. Your favorite racing game is back, better than ever. Crash Team Racing has been lovingly built from the ground up using the latest technology, brand new audio recordings, and freshly made assets to deliver the competitive gameplay to a whole new generation.
You know what's funny? They used the word lovingly, and I think they use it wrong. listen, we put all of our love into building it. No skill. There's no skill, but we put love into it. So we hope you like it because there's literally, it's shit because we did not use anyone who, we just picked a guy off the street who said he loved the game. It's like they picked Brick off the street and he's like, I love game.
That's a lot better than those like the directors for like the movies that have never even played the game.
Yeah.
And trying to make a movie, they don't put any love into it.
No, for sure. Steven Spielberg presents, and you're like, oh, he's never even touched a video. He doesn't even believe. Like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
That was the most obnoxious shit at the end where he's like, and we took the game off the server 2 days a week, and they're like, that wasn't in the fucking book.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? You took down the server 2 days a week, you piece of shit.
Speaking of him, I'm a little worried about him doing West Side Story.
Oh, he's doing West Side.
He's doing a remake of West Side Story.
Hit a wall in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, this poor guy. He used to be cool, and now look at him. He's a fucking piece of human trash.
But yeah, the back of the box kind of sucks. It doesn't really say anything about the game. It kind of just says, this is a remake, and we made it with love.
Yeah, we made it with love. I jizzed into the console. So, there you go.
Damn.
So
I
this
jizzed
game,
on every CD.
This game is only 1 to 2 players, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, like,
But I think PlayStation originally didn't have 4. It had 2.
you could have an adapter that you could do more.
Additional, which was fucking stupid.
Because
build it into the fucking system.
I remember my aunt in Kansas. She was super well off, and she had this big old giant 70-inch box TV.
She was like, she was super well off. She had like $200 where everyone else had like 50.
Yeah.
You know, Kansas.
But yeah. I remember like every Christmas we'd go down to her house and stuff, and we'd play CTR together, and it's just a big nostalgic thing. Like one of the reasons I have this tattoo actually is because of her.
What is that?
It's the drama mask.
Well, that's a dick.
Yeah. So
the drama mask.
Yeah. But yeah, Crash Team Racing was one of the first racing games I ever played. I think it was the first racing game I ever played besides, and I think it was Diddy Kong Racing and then Mario Kart.
Yeah. And Mario Kart I think had better characters and better marketing. But you have a game that's been established since the 80s in Mario. Yeah. And then you have Crash who came out in 96 or something. So, or 95. Like the difference between the fan base is going to always be there.
Oh yeah.
So, this game I think came out in 99 or 98.
I think it was 99.
Yeah, so just the difference in the number of years and the number of people attached to the character, huge. And that's probably why it wasn't as popular as Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Right?
And then the remake came out in 2019.
Yeah, and then they fucked the console when they released it. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the box. So let's move on to...
Are we jamming?
Say no.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, really, I did like the music. It has the typical Mario, like at the last race or last lap of the race or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it had the normal racing shit that.
Yeah, I mean, it had decent sound effects here and there, but there was no big soundtrack.
Tiny passing,
and
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the dialogue was so lame in so many parts, and some of the background stuff and that you were looking at or seeing, it's just what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, really weird. But the sound effects weren't amazing. The vocal lines were terrible for some of these people. Just passing time for Bandicoot power, and you're like, okay, what's her name? I forget.
Oh god, Cindy?
No, I don't know. It's Crash, and then Tiny, and then Oxide, and then all these random Turo. The polar bear guy, I don't remember his name, but he was fun.
Yeah. The penguin as an unlockable character, I think.
I think that must be that's either only in the new one or it happens in the old one and I just didn't care.
Yeah.
So, because I didn't go and play the extra stuff or anything, so I don't know who was unlocked.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of the extras for this game. This game is
the story.
Fucking hard.
No, it's not.
We'll get into that when we get to the how does it play, but
yeah, the later races can be a little challenging, but they're not terrible. I will say they recover way faster than fucking you recover.
Yes,
when they're hit by something, they're like, "I'm on it."
Well, in this game, it's just as brutal sometimes as it was with Mario Kart. With if you get hit by one thing, you can get hit by 5 things in a row.
Everyone passes you, and they're like, "Oh, that guy's down!" Bam, bam, bam.
But yeah,
you're like a guy who dropped the soap in the showers in prison, and you're just like, the minute you go for it, every prisoner's right there. Yep. So
they be fucking in San Quentin.
They be fucking. So So yeah, the sounds were okay. Nothing like cool, like its own theme song. There's no Night Trap, but
No, there's definitely no
Night Trap. But I mean, it's still fun. The sounds were okay for the game.
I mean, it's basically like your standard kind of kart racer. Not a lot of them have like big soundtracks. Not a lot of them have the big songs in it or anything. It's just kind of background songs and background music and the sound effects of the cars and the drifting and the items. So
so not great. Oh, the people with their one line, Tiny Patty. Like you're like, okay, Tiny, you go right ahead. All right, we're moving on to.
How does it play?
This game plays fairly poorly in the original. Lots of sliding, really bad backup mechanics.
Oh, I hate the backup mechanics.
They decided to make the backup the
holding back
button, which I didn't like. Which I guess I mapped my own button, so I probably should have just changed it. Because you don't use the back button for anything else besides braking.
On the console, you can't map the buttons. You can do the classic gameplay or the new one. Yeah. But there's only two options, and the only thing it changes is where your power slides are.
Yeah. And
your acceleration.
Yeah.
But there's no way to change like any of the buttons.
The only problem is the Y button's used as like a back button in the original. So not Y, but the triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the Y would be.
I know what you meant.
It's a back button. So you go back. So you're like, if you press start, you press Y to go out of it.
Huh.
Yeah, or you can press resume by pressing A.
Okay.
So I could have just remapped the back with Y.
Okay.
But then I have to press Y, which I never fucking press Y. So.
Yeah, I like it better when there's actually like you can hit left trigger for back. Like that's just most racing games in general. Right trigger go
or B for back or B for brake, which is
it's usually B for handbrake and left trigger for brake and reverse.
And this one was X for like a brake. Weird.
Which I didn't even figure that out for the longest time.
Yeah, because it doesn't have any controls. Like it doesn't show you the controls, which is stupid of them. But whatever. This is an old game. I get it.
And the game, like for the new one, the Tiki, I can't remember his name at the moment.
Raj? I know that's racist, but it sounds like Raj.
I don't think it's Raj. The Tiki comes down and
he's like, what up, brah?
He's like, you can practice this map, and this is a good place to do this, and you can do this and this to do this. And so he gives you a little bits of, like, kind of hints of what to do, but he doesn't, like, full out just say, do this to do this.
Yeah. I will say that some of the most annoying things in this is the items.
I definitely hate
everything
items.
is heat-seeking. Everything. But it's not at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's weird. If you're close enough, it'll just hit them.
Yeah.
But if you're even a little bit off, it won't.
Exactly.
And that's really fucking annoying.
It's so temperamental on the heat seeking that it's really fucking frustrating.
Yeah.
And then there's no items. Like, it doesn't seem like it had an item thing like Mario Kart does, where if you're in first, you're only getting like coins and
you could get anything in first. Yeah. But I like that though. I like because it still made you get mostly TNT in first.
Yeah, I mean...
But it gave you a better chance of getting, like, the stars so you stay... Because, honestly, everyone behind you is fucking faster than you.
It's ridiculous.
No matter what character you chose.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. What character did you choose for this?
I did Crash for the longest...
You fucking loser. God, you go for the fucking main character.
I did Crash for the beginning, and then I switched to the girl.
I went with Turo. Turo's cool, the tiger.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Turo's fucking sweet.
So those are the main two characters I was playing as. I was watching some gameplay because there was a couple levels I got stuck on. And most of the people I was watching for played the girl Bandicoot. So I was like, she must be better.
Yeah. There's only two things I got stuck on in the CTR. So you got different challenges in here, which I liked. The time challenges weren't too bad, except for the gems. Those were fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah.
But even that wasn't impossible like some other games. Like the Spyro games, you had to do it 50 times sometimes to get through it. With these time challenges, you have to collect all 20 gems within like a minute and a half.
See, I didn't like those ones, the gym challenges.
No, and they weren't the most fun, but they weren't hard.
They weren't necessarily hard.
Like, some of the levels were so easy, I literally did it in one try. There was nothing. There's literally nothing for me to do. I was like, oh shit, this is so great. And the one try ones were great. Relic ones weren't bad. Those were easy. You literally, I like this concept. You have to get through 3 laps in a certain time.
Yes.
But you get to stop the clock for 1, 2, or 3 seconds, depending on which boxes you hit.
I love those challenges.
And I thought that was so easy.
Those ones were so nice, actually. And they weren't too hard. Like you said, a lot of them, I think the most I did was like I retried one of them like 5 times or something like that. But like that's the most I ever had to do.
And then CTR challenges, those are a little bit more challenging, but once you know where the CTRs are, easy.
Yeah.
Except for 2 fucking ones. One of them's not too bad because once you learn that you can open this door by throwing a missile at it, not too bad. The other one, it's in the last one in the Tommy gun guy, the castle place.
Oh,
right?
God, I can't remember.
I don't remember his name. But
Pinstripe something.
Yeah. So you're in this place, right? And you're fucking like just screwed because the CTR challenges, one of them is all of them are jump challenges for this one. So you have to jump and then you have to hit the jump button. And one of them, you don't do that. I did it 20 fucking times. I could not figure out how to do this. And I tried all 3 races, restart. All 3 races, restart. All 3 laps, restart. And it was fucking annoying. And the only way to get it, what I did was I had to save my my tiki power.
Oh, okay.
To make myself faster when I'm going off.
Oh, okay.
And then the one time I was going to get it, I went over it.
Oh.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? How do you get this? And I had to watch a video. I'm like, how did this guy do it? And he did it so easily.
Yeah.
He did it just fucking easy. And he was an asshole. He fucking did it in the last lap. And he did that in the last lap, so he had to watch the whole fight. And I was like, fuck no, skip.
Right.
And I found it. And I was like, how the fuck? How did you jump that? Because there's no way. And I did it so many fucking times.
Yeah.
Could not get it.
Yeah,
so frustrating.
Some of the jumping parts of this are really weird. I don't know if the original had it, but there's 5 eggs hidden in the main map.
No, they didn't have that.
Okay, these eggs were
Or if they did, I didn't.
difficult as
see 'em
fuck
all.
to get to.
Yeah.
Like there was one where you had to like drive around the opening map of the beginning area, and you had to drive around this corner, drive down into this dirt, nitro up this dirt ramp, and then fucking hit this box in midair, or this egg in midair, and I was like, "What the?"
I did learn by watching one video, that I'm bad, because this guy was ahead the entire time.
Every video I watched, everyone did it like perfectly.
Yeah, because
never had any problems being in first.
They don't punish the sliding.
Yeah.
So you can slide, get your 3 boosts because you only get 3, and then eventually, if you keep sliding the same slide, you'll stop. But if you can just stop sliding, start sliding again. They don't punish that.
No.
So this guy was literally getting boost every fucking time, and he was doing it perfectly. And I'm like, how the fuck?
Well, yeah, and if you get that perfect boost instead of the good boost or whatever, you get that blue flame boost.
So, but he wasn't even doing that. He just got the red flame every time.
Jeez.
But he's just ahead because he's so fucking good at keeping the fucking boost going.
Which is a skill and a half. I will say
it's hard.
People who do CTR racing compared to the other kart racers are the most skilled.
Yeah.
It's way more skillful than Mario Kart. Anybody can play Mario Kart and win.
Yeah.
Like you could have never played a video game in your life and win
Anyone
your first
can
race.
play Mortal Kombat and just like fucking button mash and win a fucking game.
Yeah.
So.
But you can't with CTR.
CTR, it's a little harder. The handicap's a little worse too. If you're in first place, I don't know if the handicap's real, but it feels like you're going slower.
It feels so bad.
But they did something different too. So Mario Kart stole this. So Mario Kart had in later games had coins you had to collect to get faster.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what the fuck is faster. You feel the same speed no matter what you have. And this one you collect what? Apples or something?
Wamba fruits?
Yeah,
or
the
Wumba
fruits. So you collect fruits and you get 10. If you have all 10, I think you're faster, or maybe your booster faster.
So no, what it described in the game was when you get all 10 fruits, your items are powered up. So you have.
What does that mean?
Your missiles are longer duration of the stun.
Interesting.
Your bombs are bigger explosions.
Mario Kart stole that because they use that in later games.
Which I never even understood in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I don't know if it makes you faster apparently, but I don't notice it.
I don't notice it either. Yeah. And I used to play Mario Kart religiously. Like I would do all the time trials and that. I would do the 200cc
Double
races
Dash was
and
the
shit.
best Mario Kart game. Fight me.
I don't know if I really played that one very much.
You love it. Double
I probably
Dash was
would.
so much fucking fun. That was the best one.
I definitely wanted to do a lot when I was younger to play that one, but I just didn't have the console for it.
Yeah, that was a GameCube, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Yeah. So in this game, your power sliding is a little different from Mario Kart. The items are a little worse, which sucks. I mean, like they did really skimp on a few things.
Yeah. One item I wish they would have had is something like they did in Mario Kart with like a blue shell.
They did.
They didn't.
They did.
What?
The electric thing. So the electric thing, what it does, it hits, I think it's better than the blue shell, actually. So it's a big electric ball that when you shoot it, it hits everybody in front as it's going to first. It can hit and knock the people out in front of you.
Yeah, but it doesn't always go all the way.
And then, no, it always goes to the first place person and hits them.
It doesn't seem like that on the new one.
Oh, for me, it was fine.
For me,
But I think
don't know
because
if
the people are so close together
that
it seems like Bandicoot was in first, but really Tiny was in first.
For me, from what it seemed like to me, it seemed like it only hit if it like hit one person and kept bouncing.
Oh no, it went all the way for me. It wouldn't hit anyone sometimes.
Like I thought it was almost like a blue shell at first, but then I was like, I think I saw it about like just drop off.
Maybe.
Like there was a couple times where I think I don't know if it like bugged out, but yeah, this heat seeking is just bad.
But that one generally it is a blue shell. It goes all the way to the front.
And there was one race that I got stuck on for I'm not joking. I probably did this race 80 times before I was able to beat it.
Which race is this?
The fucking Dragon Mines.
Oh, I love that one. Easy.
Fucking
short.
No, that stupid turn that you can't boost on.
You can boost.
That wooden
you can boost.
Circle.
So I've learned that in certain areas you can't get too close to the edge. You have to get to the far. Yeah. But what the boost does is it pushes you towards it, and then you go back around the edge.
Every video I saw on the remake of it, no one could turn that corner while boosting.
Mine was perfect.
Like
I did it every time.
They would at the beginning they would get one boost in, and then they'd hit the wall and slow down, and then have to turn into it. Yeah. But every time I tried, that's the only you have to
boost back towards the edge, and then you power slide back towards the wall, boost back towards the point is to keep yourself at the edge. It's hard, but it was not too bad. I did it pretty good. I
definitely struggled so hard on that one. I almost gave up on the game at that point.
There were some races where I hated the boss races because they're fucking annoying. The Oxide race, the last race, when you do it that 100%, he's way worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do the original because I did the 100% before I beat the game.
Oh okay.
And he's like, haha, I see you've collected all my relics. Way to go. No, fucking fight me, bro. And you go in and he's just literally bam, 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 bam with the items. It's literally that fast. Bam, 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 bam. And he switches them up like almost instantly.
Oh, okay.
That's so annoying, especially with the bombs.
Is it still on that
Oxide's racetrack?
Okay,
it's annoying.
I fucking hated that racetrack.
Yeah, I didn't mind it too bad because I figured it out because I did it so many times to get that last CTR because that's the one I fucked up on a lot.
Okay.
But I figured it out pretty good, but he's annoying because he just throws items at you constantly.
Which, some of the bosses I had no problem with at all. The only thing that sucked is if you got behind a boss.
Yeah, they would fuck you up really quick.
Because every, 2 seconds they dropped a TNT
and then with the Oxide, it's literally every half second.
Oh, God.
At the last one, so...
Damn.
Yeah, so then I don't know. We'll talk about it in the story, but I'd like to know what the original ending is before you get the relics, because I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. Well, that's pretty much gameplay. Racing's okay. I didn't like how they didn't have different carts, but I don't think Mario Kart, the original, had that either.
The remake did have different styles of carts, and you could customize your carts and stuff.
Oh, sweet. Not in the original.
Which, the remake, when it first came out, it got shit on hard. Because they
changed up the entire concept of the original.
No, everyone was fine with what they did with the remake, but it was a microtransaction thing of hell. They had microtransactions in this game when it originally came out. Because Activision fucking does that shit.
Activision's a shit company.
They're a shit company.
Because they're owned by EA.
Yeah.
And EA is a fucking toolbox.
Yeah. So they came out with this loot box system for Crash that was just awful.
Terrible.
Like worse than like most of the sports games, and everyone was complaining the fuck about it.
And
they finally removed it.
Yeah.
But
even with every one of their fucking games,
it's still like it's slow to unlock everything in this game. Yeah. Like it's really slow. Like I thought Mario Kart for unlocking characters was slow and hard to do. Yeah. This one's way worse.
No, fuck.
But like you can unlock different carts, you can unlock different wheels, you can unlock different stickers to put on your car. You can
the original did not
unlock different paint jobs for your cart. So you can have a lot of customization there. And like I had these really cool blue wheels that they always had like a blue trail behind them, kind of like sweet. Rocket League.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is fucking cool. Like rounding the corners with a big drift with those Sparks wheels. I was like, this is fucking sweet looking. Yeah. Like it was definitely cool. I definitely appreciated the changes they made to it.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to
it's story time. Let's get started.
So story in this is not big.
No.
It's really not. You do a bunch in the story, but there's no real timeline story.
Well, and like I was kind of disappointed because I heard a lot of people saying that this had a really great story for a kart racing game.
It kind of does.
It's okay. It's there. Yeah. It has one, but it's not really.
No, you basically get to a world, you beat their boss, you go to the next world, beat their boss, and the only story is Oxide kind of chimes in sometimes.
The one thing that I wish they would have changed with the story, because you had to complete all the races and you had to get first place in every race.
Yeah.
I wish they would have had like more races per area, and you only had to win like 4 of the 6 or something.
I don't know. It wasn't too bad.
Because I hated to have to get in first place. Like, there were so many times I lost by like 0.03. And I'm like, I have to fucking redo this so many times because I keep getting right behind this motherfucker.
I only had to redo maybe one race, but all of them were fairly easy to stay in first. I will say the boosting in this was so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Because, like, the person in first, even if you boost, you have that, the mushroom, but I think it's the nitros can. Yeah. You boost, you're still just as fast as they are. Yes. So you can't catch up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. They're not doing shit. I'm using a nitro scan. What the fuck is going on?
How am I not catching you?
Yeah, but I will say one of the cool things is they changed the characters. So the other characters didn't have nitro scans. They didn't have the star power, which was the Tiki guy. Yeah. They didn't have the
shield.
The shield. They didn't have the boost that goes in, or the electric ball that goes to first.
Yeah.
So they only had TNT and bombs.
Yeah.
So that was nice because if you gave them anything else, they were over fucking powered.
They had missiles too.
But they didn't have all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, which is good because otherwise they'd be fucking unbeatable.
God, it would be awful. Yeah. The story for this one, basically it starts out with like everyone like working on their carts.
And a random cheater in the sky.
And then you see nitrous oxide's ship flying above whatever planet they're on. And then
Earth
probably. And then he like sends down a message saying like, "Oh, you guys think you're kart racers and you guys think you're fast. Well, I'm the fastest racer in all of the universe."
And everyone was like, "We don't care."
And he's like, "So, you guys are going to race to see who's going to race me because I'm going to race the fastest person on your planet. And if I win, I'm going to take over your planet and make you all my slaves. And if you win, I'll fuck off," basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so each world is a little different. They have like an ice world, which really doesn't affect anything. Like the worlds really don't change anything. But it was cool because they copied Mario Kart and gave what's the guy's name? The scientist guy? Shit, I can't remember now. They gave him his own fucking castle.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't think he has his own castle in the original games.
Dr. Engine?
Yeah, Engine.
Okay.
So, no. He had his own name. I don't remember his name. But he has his own castle. And I'm like, why the fuck do you have a castle? You're a scientist. Should you have like a lab in the ground?
Cortex.
Yeah, Cortex. Dr. Cortex.
Okay.
He fucking has his own castle. So they just literally copied Bowser. Yeah. I think he doesn't have it in the original
There's so much of this that is like reminiscent of like
where they had their own Rainbow Road.
Tiny Tiger's like dirt bike arena.
Yeah.
It was so similar to Wario's dirt bike arena.
That was the most annoying one because it's huge, and if you fuck up on it, you're done.
Yeah.
You have to restart it, and it's like a 6-minute race.
Instead of Rainbow Road, they had the air blimp.
Yeah. I thought that was cool, actually.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah, that one was fun. You go up and down constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really fun for that one.
And that was one of the longer races, too.
Yeah.
Which I liked some of the longer ones.
Yeah, some of the longer ones were great. The dirt one was not.
No, the dirt one sucked. So I hated that one.
Because that one was the longest one, and then you got slowed down constantly.
Yeah.
Like, the rainbow was a little annoying because you could fall off the edge.
Yeah.
But as long as your drifts were good, you were fine.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad once you got the hang of it. You just had to do the race a couple times to know exactly which turn to do faster, which turn to do slower, and stuff like that. Definitely that arena, though, of Tiny's, like, the one thing that sucked in this game is sometimes drift sliding over a ramp was faster than jumping on the ramp.
Yeah.
And I had to watch a bunch of videos for people to tell me that, to realize that. And then that's how I ended up winning some of those races on some of those levels.
Or sometimes you take a boost, and for some reason it wouldn't, well, at least with the old one, it wouldn't let you slide very well. And you get fucked. And someone would pass you, and you're like, how the fuck did they slide perfect after the boost? And I got fucked.
Yeah. And I would suggest, like, do those CTR races, like collecting those CTR tokens, because those show you a lot of the shortcuts in the races.
True.
Which those shortcuts are fantastic sometimes. Yeah. So
you can figure it out pretty easily, though. It's not too, unless the new one's like a little bit more hidden, but in the original it's pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, most of them are pretty easy. There's some that are kind of hidden.
Some of the CTRs are annoying, but they're fun. None of them are too hard. Literally, the only one was that one, the Oxide race. That one was fucking annoying. But that's the only one.
So first boss in the game after you beat your first 4 races is Ripperoo.
Oh, Ripperoo, yeah, he's fucking crazy. He becomes the mayor or the president or something.
Yeah, he's so
fucking weird.
He's like,
yeah. I don't know if it did this in the final one after you beat the game. It shows you what all the characters do. I think you have to beat it 100%.
Oh, okay.
So the 100%, it says Crash went to Australia and took a
Oh, yeah, I
nap.
didn't see any of that.
And then for Ripperoo, it's like became president, and you're like, what? How? Clear underdog became president.
Yeah, they had all these like cutscenes. They had a cutscene with the boss when you unlocked the boss, and then they had a cutscene with the boss after you beat the boss.
Yeah.
And like all the cutscenes were like really short, just a couple of like small lines from the just like I'm gonna beat you before the race, and then after the race, it's
You
like
beat me.
You beat me, but you're still not fast enough to beat Nitrous. But here's the key, anyways.
Yeah, and you're like, why don't you try to beat Nitrous? I don't understand.
Yeah. So, do we just want to keep going through the bosses?
Yeah.
Like
So
that?
just go to the bosses, and then we'll hit outside.
Okay. So next boss is Papu Papu.
Papu. He's like a what is it?
Polynesian or
Not
Mayan?
Mayan. I'd say
Okay.
Mayan. He's like a Mayan little bitch.
He's been
And they always do something. So
yeah.
they're always throwing something. I think he throws the potions. And the potions are fucking annoying. If you hit a potion, sometimes 10 seconds of slowdown. Or 10 seconds of not being able to use items.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah,
the first guy
his
does
was weird.
TNT, I think. He does the regular and the nitro.
Mm-hmm.
One of them does bombs. I don't remember. The one who does the airship one does bombs.
That's Pinstripe.
Yeah.
Potoru.
And then the last guy, I don't remember what he does.
I don't remember.
Yeah. But anyway,
well, Pinstripe was the last one. Komodo Joe was the snake.
No, sorry, the last person who I don't remember. Komodo Joe, he did something in the mines, but I don't remember what.
I hate it. I try to just stay ahead.
Yeah.
Like, the boss fights are so easy if you can just get ahead right away
Yeah, 'cause they
and
don't do
stay
anything
first.
to you.
Because they literally don't do anything.
But all you get for armaments are missiles and TNTs.
Yeah.
And potions.
Yeah.
But they never hit the potions or TNT. You just
No.
have to hit them with missiles.
Sometimes I hit them with the TNT.
RNG is pretty fucked in that game, so it's
Yeah.
very rare.
It's very rare.
So Papu Papu, you fight him on his little map. Each character has their own map,
Yes.
which is fucking annoying. So in the cup pre,
Yeah.
instead of they have those maps in the regular ones, and then they redo them in the final one with all the
jeez.
bosses. They should have just made like a second boss map,
Well, and
which would have been cool.
that's one of the things that I kind of didn't like is do all 4 of these races and then do this one race again. Like, why couldn't we have an
Another
extra
boss map.
Yeah, like have their map be their race. That's fine, but have a different race in there so I don't have to do that race 2 or 3 times throughout the entire campaign.
Grab like a cool boss map where everything's fucked or something.
Yeah.
That would have been really sweet.
Well, and
but they
especially,
really didn't try with
especially because you already, to get everything, have to do the race at least 3 times.
Yep.
So you have to do the race 3 times, then you have the pre-versions of the race, then you have the boss version of the race.
that. So, and all those races, but by doing it 3 times, you don't get to start it 3 times until after the boss one.
Yeah.
So literally, you're doing the race again because the boss one is one of the races that have already been done. Then doing that same race 2 additional times. So one of those you do 4 fucking times.
Yeah.
Then everything else you do 3.
Yeah.
Really fucking annoying.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where I wish they would have had just a little bit more maps for it. And honestly, with the remake, they could have changed that.
Yeah, but they didn't.
But they didn't.
They're lazy. So so you get the Papu Papu. He's on a pretty sweet map though.
I like the Papu Papu map.
There are shortcuts for his map, but not for every map.
He's got some good shortcuts in there.
Yeah.
I really liked going around the temple. If you get that drifting right around that
Yeah.
temple, you can drift around in a full circle around it.
You can fuck people by throwing down TNT.
The only thing that was kind of annoying, which they kind of another Mario Kart reference thing, is they had the kind of piranha plant kind of things that came out and ate you on the sides.
Fucked you up if you went into the dirt patches.
Yeah.
So Papu Papu is easy to beat, and then you go to Komodo Dragon.
Komodo Joe.
And he's your least favorite map
Yes.
because it's the fucking mines
Dragon
map.
Mines, yep. It's the worst.
Yeah, and I don't remember what he does, but he throws something behind you like everyone else does, and he fucks with you.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the green nitrous boxes. Or
Maybe.
whatever.
But yeah, everyone did that. With the red nitrous boxes, you could jump to kind of push them off, which was cool. And the jumping didn't slow you down too much.
No, it didn't. Which that was an interesting thing. It's like jump to get TNT off your head. I was like, what?
And then once you threw it off, it would hit anyone who's behind you. And the green one, you would just run into it and hit it and die.
Yeah, you just...
you explode.
Yep.
That's it. You're fucked.
Pretty much.
Then, so you you beat him, and the last guy is the
Pinstripe Potoru.
Yeah. Pinstripe Pooter, okay. And you have to go through around the airship.
Which he's the like mafia rat dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if all these people are in the original Crash game. It's been so long since I played them, but I'm sure they are somewhere.
I know Ripperoo is. I know Papu Papu is.
So they probably are in one.
I don't recognize Komodo Joe or Pinstripe Totoro,
So maybe
but
they're one of the
I only
sequels?
played the like original
Yeah.
3, I think. And it's been forever since I've played those. But I do remember seeing like Papu Papu, like he's got he's almost like a Bacchus, or not a Bacchus, Kumbhakarna in Smite.
Yeah.
He's just got this giant fucking like sledgehammer, and he hits down, and like you have to like bounce off his belly and then bounce off his back or something.
Weird.
In the boss fights, like he just spins around in circles and hits. It's kind of like one of those lame like Bowser kind of fights.
So yeah. So then the last guy, you go down the air balloon one.
Yeah.
He throws bombs constantly.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah. This one you
And
definitely want to
missiles.
be ahead.
But he only throws missiles behind you.
Yeah. This one is definitely one of the ones you want to be ahead on. 'Cause
Yeah.
some of the ones like that they drop stuff, if you take turns wider than they do, you can dodge all their shit.
But if you're right behind them, you get fucked.
Oh yeah, if you're right behind them, you just get instant hit.
And they can
with it.
choose to blow up the bombs early,
Yeah.
which is fucked.
Which I didn't know that you could do that with some of the items, like the bomb
Well,
that you roll.
yeah,
like
you
the
can blow
bowling
it up
ball.
whenever you want.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah. So they blow it up early whenever you're in the radius of the explosion.
Yeah.
And if you're not ahead, you get fucked.
Yeah.
But I beat that one in one try. So that was cool.
That one took me a couple tries.
Like, literally, I was going to lose except for the last lap. I got ahead of him and I never got behind.
Yeah.
They're fucking sweet.
That was one of the races that I did a lot. The first time I did it, so when I did it for the boss fight, I was like, all right, I got this.
Yeah. So then the last guy, Oxide,
Yes.
he's a cheater.
Yes.
Fucking cheater.
Yes.
I don't know if he did this for the original one, but in the new one, so he's always throwing shit. But at the 1 second mark,
He goes.
yeah, he just goes. I'm
Yep.
like, you're fucking out of you there. How are you the
Yeah.
best? You're fucking cheating, you bitch.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, this cheeky asshole?
Yeah, fucking took me 2 tries to beat him because I had no idea who was going to cheat.
Yeah.
And then he's every 0.5 seconds he's throwing shit behind you.
Yeah.
But in the original, I'm sure it's not as much.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it was definitely annoying.
Yeah, and you fight him
But-
2 times, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
So what I learned is you can literally not fight him the first time.
Huh.
So if you just beat all the relics, he comes out, he's like, oh, you collected all the relics, come fight me for the final time.
Oh,
And I never
okay.
fought him the first time because I wanted to get everything done.
Interesting.
Yeah, so literally in the second time, like I said, second time is a little faster on the throwing items back. He shifts item, which I'm sure he does in the original one. He's always throwing. He's throwing TNT, then nitros, then bombs, then
I kind of drew a
potions.
blank on a lot of these because I was so fucking
Yeah.
frustrated.
So then you get ahead of him and he doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
But he's faster than you, way faster.
Way faster.
I had to beat him. I beat him by getting him on the last fucking lap, last fucking second.
Yeah.
Barely hit a fucking speed boost. Barely missed a bomb. Was able to get a little boost at the end and barely
Honestly,
beat him.
one of the ways that I beat a lot of these bosses was like some of them, because a lot of times they would catch up to you the more
Yeah.
you'd be ahead of them. So like on the last lap, I would intentionally kind of slow down a little bit, and I'd wait till I got an item like a missile or something like that, let him get ahead of me, and then hit him, and then
Or like
pass him right away.
you rarely in the boss fights got a tiki.
Yes.
Very fucking
And
rare.
if you
I held
did
on
get
to that
those,
shit.
yep.
But you can't hold on to it forever because it drops
No,
off.
exactly.
It's fucking annoying. You can tell because the outline of the box that it's
Yeah.
in changes to red, and that's when you know you're
And
like 10 seconds.
I would
before it
typically
goes
try
away.
to like take one of those like inside corners where it would
Yeah.
be through like the dirt, but if you got the drift boost going and like the tiki going, you go through that so fast and you can make up a lot of extra time and get like, a decent amount ahead of them.
So, do you remember what happened after the race for the original? Because I never did it, so I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. I
I'm
don't
sure
even-
he like went up in the sky and said, "I'm going to stick around till you get all my relics, you motherfucker."
I think he might have said something to
Yeah,
that effect.
that's
but,
what it seemed like because he mentioned the relics
but
after you beat
I
him.
remember.
Or
Well, I
before you beat
remember something talking about being able to do more in the game.
Yeah.
But I think if I remember right, like he just kind of like left. He like said something about being defeated, and he's like, "Well, I guess you defeated me" or something, and then kind of just. God, why am I drawing a blank on this?
Yeah, but I'm sure he like stayed around somewhere or said like, "But you didn't truly beat me," because I don't remember it either, or I didn't play it. So the after that he goes back to his home planet, and then it does that little thing for him too, where it says like, "This person fucking came
Yeah.
back to racing, but raced on a unicycle." so he was racing on a unicycle and did not do well.
No.
and lost again and retired again.
Yep.
But everyone out there, like Churro, my guy, I don't remember what he did, but even the people who, after you won, you got the first place and you're standing on it, and the girl, you're watching her and you could always see her underwear for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even she got her own thing. So each one, there's 4 of those or 3 of those. And each one was like, she became a supermodel. She won the talent show or something. I don't remember all of them, but it was pretty fucking funny.
Well, and one of the things I definitely didn't like on this was how long the loading screens on this were pretty long.
Oh, for me, not too bad.
For the new one. And then, because it's all online servers and everything, too. But the other thing that was kind of annoying was at the end of every race, it would do the podium thing.
Yeah.
And you couldn't skip it at all.
Well,
I was like,
mine was only like 10 seconds long, so it wasn't too bad.
still annoying after every single
And the girls were cute,
race.
so I was like, okay, you're pretty cute. You're an animal, but you're cute.
Well, and I remember, I think
Why are you so tall and everyone else so short?
I think it was on the Pabu Pabu map. There's a bunch of like weird shit going on in the background. Like there's a lion like spanking another lion over the edge of a bridge.
Interesting.
Like a lion spanking a lioness.
Okay.
Like
I don't remember
there's,
that in mine,
There's a
so-
hunter on like right where the starting line is, and he goes to shoot his gun, and then it deflates like limp dick kind of shit.
Interesting.
And I was like, what the fuck?
I think
and
that
then
must
there's-
just be in the remake, because in the original
yeah.
it's not in there.
There's a waterfall, and there's some creature on the waterfall, like rowing a boat up the waterfall.
yeah,
and I was
that's
like,
funny.
what is going on?
Listen, we put a bunch of shit in here just to make you weird.
Oh, look, there's Pabu Pabu's map on the background, actually.
Yep. So yeah, the story's not that interesting. There's really
No.
not a lot. The races, none of the single races do anything. The characters
Well-
don't really do anything in them. And then the boss races are all that really matters.
And honestly, the cutscenes aren't memorable. Like,
No. And like we said, each one's different. So we got an ice
Yeah.
map. We have an island map, like a tropical. Machine map kind of where you're on Cortex? Cortex's maps. His are more like you're underground in the sewers, and then you're on his fucking castle, and then
Which I liked a lot of his maps.
Yeah.
Like, the castle map was really good.
Yeah.
I really liked the castle map.
yeah, and then the castle one. So you had on the castle one, you had his castle. You had the air up in the air one, the balloon
Yeah.
one. I don't remember the other two, but they were all cool.
Which I was
They were
honestly
all
surprised
themed.
that like he wasn't. Like some of the other people weren't bosses. Like
Yeah.
Cortex, like
He
he
was
was
not
one
a
of the
boss.
main bosses in the games.
But not a boss. They
But
wanted
not
him to be a
boss in this.
playable character. I
Yeah.
think.
Well,
So.
every one of the
I don't even
characters,
remember
think.
the tiger or the fucking polar bear in the game, so I don't know where the fuck they came from.
Oh god, I don't even know if I remember.
Yeah, so you're fucking like, all right, Turo's somewhere in there, I'm sure, but probably not a main character.
Probably not. Like I remember Tiny the Tiger I remember a lot of the ones from like the original game, but
Yeah.
besides that, I don't remember a lot of these characters.
Yeah. So, yeah, the story didn't mean too much, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And then,
No,
like
it
I
was-
said, you
it was
get
decent.
four cups. Each cup is, I don't know if I mentioned this.
It's a
on
Grand Prix
podcast.
cup, kind
Yeah.
of like.
So, in each one, to unlock the first one, you just have to beat the game.
Yeah.
Like normally. So, you don't really have to do much. Unlock the other 3, you have to beat all the CTR trials. And to
Okay.
unlock the last one, you have to beat the Relic trials and the CTR trials.
Okay.
So each one has a different, and then once you do all the cups, the last one is all the bosses in the cup.
Nice.
So all you do is fight bosses.
Yeah, and it does
Which
seem
aren't
like
too
there
bad.
might be more Grand Prix in the new version.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
I didn't do any of the Grand Prix. I didn't go as far. Like, I basically just went through the story as fast as I could because this game's hard for me. I struggled with it.
For a
Not gonna
normal
deny
person who
it.
doesn't suck,
Yeah.
it's probably like a 10 to 12 hour. If you're just normal at racing. If you don't normally play racing, it's fucking hard.
got through the story in like 8 hours. So it wasn't.
Oh, really? I got through 100% like 10 to 12.
Well, that's
It was not too bad.
If I would have gone 100%, it probably would have taken me 20 hours.
Yeah, so like just your skill level, it's probably more like a 15-hour game.
Yeah.
But then if you play a lot of these stupid, if you play a lot of fucking Mario Kart growing up, you probably have the gist of it. You know how to do this.
Yeah, I would definitely say this was one of the like I love racing games, but this was
Fucking hate them.
this was hard for me. I struggled with this one more than I've struggled with any other racing game I've ever played.
I love the time trials because they were so much fucking easier.
The time trials were my favorite part of this game.
CTR is the hardest because you have
Yes.
to collect while you're racing everyone.
And you have to get first.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're racing everyone, but the time trial, you're just, everyone's gone. You don't have to get fucking
Yeah.
first. You just fucking do it.
When I hated on some of the maps, the letters weren't even in order.
No, yeah, I thought they would be, but some of them they're
Yeah.
like, you got the R first, and you're like, what?
I was like, why are you
Did
gonna
I miss fucking letters? What the fuck?
Is
I
this
just
fucking
started.
Tony Hawk? Why are we getting skate?
Yeah, yeah, really annoying. Because especially because you have no idea if the first one was a little bit later.
Yeah.
You have no idea if it's an R if you missed the first two.
Well, yeah, and like there's one race. It's on that beach level with like the pirate ship.
Yeah.
That goes up. Around that first curve, there's like an extra like pillar that you can go around.
Yeah.
And the R is right behind it,
Yep.
and that's the first letter you can get. And then you have to do this weird jump and then go sideways across the map.
Yeah. So you had
on
to
this
jump.
platform.
You had to go through the jump, get in the water, jump again
Yep.
off the water. That was an annoying one, but it
Yes.
wasn't too hard.
No, it wasn't too hard.
But it was fucking annoying.
And then that was the T. And
I will
then,
say the mine one was the most annoying one.
yeah, that one was
Because
weird.
you had to go around that wood thing and then jump off and go around again. You had to do that on first lap.
Yeah.
If you didn't do that on first lap, you're not catching up to anyone.
Well, and that's the thing that sucked is like a lot of times it felt like if you didn't get all the letters on the first lap,
Yeah.
you didn't have enough time.
Some of them
to
you
catch back
could
up.
get on second and third, but a lot of them you
Yeah.
had to do first. And if you didn't, restart.
Yep.
You don't want to go through the whole thing realizing, oh, fuck,
And
I didn't get this on the first.
That was what I did a lot of the times. If I wasn't winning one of the boss fights or if I wasn't completing one of the challenges right, I would just restart the race before I would even get to the
With
second
the
lap.
Grand Prix, you can't.
Oh, shit.
You have to go through the whole thing, otherwise you have to just quit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
And you have to get... So I realized you have to get first and 3 to get any in the fourth.
Okay.
So if you do like the first one and get fourth, you have to do the next 3 first.
Yeah.
But you can do second and first if you do like consistently second and first. I got one where it was awesome. Because normally they do this fucking thing where they pick someone who's going to be faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
So that person's always going to be in first or second unless you beat them. First or second.
I hated that because there was no randomness. Like
Yeah.
when you're playing Mario Kart, anyone could win the race at
Yep.
any point. When you're playing this game,
No, Mario Kart's similar. They do have a person that usually gets second.
yeah, and I mean that it was, but like this one, like there is like one of the races I did probably like 20, 30 times. The same person won every single time, and he was always
Because you restarted.
monsters.
You have to quit
Yeah.
and go back in and then someone else will win.
Oh, okay.
But no matter what, somebody is winning.
And I hate that. I hate that.
Grand Prix similar. Each race, somebody is getting second, and it's always the same fucking person.
I wish it was
Unless
random.
it's luck.
Like I don't know if it's
It
if
is
it's
random if
harder.
you hit them with fucking items.
Oh, okay.
Because I got one where I got 32 points, and someone the second place got 14
Oh, okay.
because they kept switching up because I kept hitting them with items.
Oh, okay.
I said, "Fuck that guy." I realized the first race he was going to be the second guy, and then I fucked him with item into the
All
second
right.
race.
That's the way to
To
get
make
around
sure
it. I
he
guess.
didn't get the fucking. So I would always get first because the other guys were always slower than that guy.
Yeah, I think the game, if it was more accessible for people with not having to get first in every race, it would be better.
Yeah.
But besides that, it was never...
And it was a good game. It was fun.
Yeah.
No story really, and we're talking more about the races and
Yeah.
how fucking frustrating it was. But there's no story.
I keep feeling like we're going back to like the designs and the how does
Because
it play?
there
Because there really
no
isn't
story.
much.
It says there's a story, but really it's just boss story.
Yeah.
Once you beat them, they do something, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's mainly just something stupid that kind of goes with their character.
Yeah.
The Pabu, he's like, oh, you beat me. I'm going to go eat some food. And then he
Yeah.
holds this thing out and he's like, oh, there's a donut on the end of it. Eats the donut
Yeah.
and then hands you the key. I'm like, oh.
And all
so
of their like close
clever.
stuff is just kind of funny, but it's
Yeah,
not great.
it's not. It's very child humor.
Yeah. Yeah, and your parents are reading it to you because you're fucking 4 years old, and you're like, I can't read that. Not funny. What word is that?
What?
But yeah, it's a little annoying, but not too bad. This game is probably one of the easier races I did. I had so much more trouble playing fucking
Split second?
Yeah,
See, and
Fucking hated that
I didn't have as much of a split second as I did this
because
one.
split second is more of a traditional racing game.
Yeah.
You can get ahead of them fairly easily. And this one, no, not so much. The items are very built to fuck you.
Yeah, this one I struggle with so much more than split second.
Yeah.
But I feel like I struggle with, besides Mario Kart, I feel like I struggle with kart racers
Yeah,
more.
because kart racers are just hard.
Yeah.
It's all about the silly antics. It's not about actual racing.
Oh, it's not. And that's, I think, the thing that bothers me sometimes with these is I wish it was more skilled racing games.
I will say one of the things I missed in this that I liked in Mario Kart. Mario Kart, if you're like a lap ahead of somebody and your thing is still on the map,
Yeah.
when you actually get somebody hits it, you go, yeah!
Yeah.
So you can tell that somebody got fucked by your
Yeah.
shit. And this one you can't.
Yeah, there's a little mini map, and you can see when someone gets hit, but you don't know if it was by your shit or anything.
Yeah.
So I do like that aspect. Yeah.
You want that little because you're like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck off, whoever you were.
Oh, especially if it's just you and the boss, because
Yeah.
you don't know if you hit him or not.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're watching the mini map,
Which you're not,
you're
because
not.
a lot of these turns are fucked.
Yes. So like I definitely agree with that. Like if it had some sort of aspect of knowing,
Which maybe
when
if
you
they
hit
made a
someone-
second or third one, they would have.
yeah,
Because they really
Which-
did just fucking take everything Mario Kart did and make it a little better.
They're talking about a possibility of.
Crash
they're
Team Racing
already
2.
they're already talking about another Crash game. They just announced it.
Oh, nice.
So they made Crash 4, which was hugely successful.
And then Crash Team Racing.
And now they're doing
2.
another Crash game. So I'm guessing if the next Crash game goes well and this one's still doing good, they might make a CTR 2.
That would be cool.
And I would be down for that because it would be a whole new game.
And it would be better.
And I hope they would change the
Yeah.
things that
Everything would
needed
be
to change.
better.
So
'Cause that's the problem with remaking games. You're kind of stuck on a lot of
yeah,
stuff. You can add shit, but you can't really change shit.
yeah.
So. All right,
We're going
well,
to the last category.
we're going into
Worth, or nah?
go nah. Game fucking sucked. Crash sucks. Naughty Dog sucks. PlayStation sucks. Everything that they do sucks. Sony sucks.
No, I love Sony.
Everything that they do sucks. It's not GameCube, and they can go fuck themselves.
I don't like Sony nowadays.
Yeah. Back in the day, they were great.
I love.
All right, what do you think of this game?
I would probably say Worf. If you like the nostalgia factor of it, if you're a big kart racer person, if you really just love the Crash series, or just want that extra skill cap of a harder,
Yeah.
but fun like racing game, and I think this game would be a lot more fun with people.
Yeah.
Like playing with your friends, this game would be incredible. I think.
Online or something.
Or playing it online, I think this would be a lot more fun. But as far as like story goes, it's kind of just Worf to me. Like if you like all those aspects of the game, it might be worth it to you. But it's kind of a wreck of warn.
Yeah.
Like I recommend it, but I also kind of warn it. It's not got a lot to it. It's going to be the same stuff, repetitive, a lot of repeating the same levels over and over again. So,
I actually liked it. I'm gonna go Worth because some of the levels were so fucking good. So much better than Mario Kart. And they took what Mario Kart had and made them fucking better. And then some of the items were better. Just the heat seeking was shit.
Yes.
They changed the heat seeking to where like a red shell, no matter what, if you shoot it, and unless they
gonna
use
hit.
an item to stop it, it's
Exactly.
gonna fucking hit. I think that'll be perfect. And then they release something like a
'Cause I
red
really
shell that
hated-
doesn't hit automatically.
I hated it sometimes on the ramps, like when you shot a missile, it would
just
go
hit
up
the
it,
wall.
or it just hit the ramp.
Yep.
And I'm
That
like,
was the most frustrating, especially if you're
Why?
barely behind them.
Yes.
And you can't save because you're just about to cross
Yeah.
the finish line. You can't fucking hit them because it's going up and you're
Yeah.
going to hit a wall.
Yep. So there's some of those, like there's some of these small mechanical things that I really didn't like and it really made me struggle.
Yeah.
Which I can't give it a full recommend for.
Yeah. But I liked it. I liked that little challenge in it. And the story was fun. The maps were fun. Going through, unlocking the doors was fun. It was actually really fucking fun. And I didn't get to do any of the 1 to 2 players, so I'm sure that was great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like just doing the game, like doing verse mode, maybe you just do a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
I
didn't
would
try it.
I would love to do Grand Prix with like a group of friends.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be fun. Like even doing like a drunk driving kind
Yeah.
of game like what most people do with Mario Kart. Like I would totally do one of those
Yeah.
style of games with this.
That'd be so much fun.
Oh yeah.
And then, if you don't know, Dan Cummins does this great little joke
Uh-oh.
about Mario Kart.
Ooh, I want to hear this.
And he does this thing where he's like, I was drunk, I was driving, and playing a lot of Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
And Mario Kart made me think that I could power slide past the tree and make it onto the road and perfectly park my car. In reality, I just went through the tree, through the stop sign, and crashed my fucking car.
Yep.
So I like that. I like that
I
idea.
remember hearing that skit actually. It's one
And
of his
then-
first albums actually.
Yeah, I think so.
It's his like second or third one.
Yeah, I think so. And then he's like, that's why I can't go into Canada anymore. That's great. I love it.
Oh yeah, Dan's
He's the
fucking
best.
hilarious.
If you guys don't listen to Times Like, listen to fucking Times Like. So fun.
Or Is We Dumb
Yeah,
or Scared
great.
to Death.
I don't listen to those two because I'm not really... I like time suck so much, but I want them to release it on. I don't like watching YouTube for podcasts.
Yeah.
I like listening to it in my car, and I'm sure those are on like Spotify.
They're
or
on
something,
Spotify,
but I
yeah.
want them to put that on fucking the app.
Oh, okay.
Because I already have the app.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, I
actually.
know they're going to, and it's taken a long fucking
Yeah,
time.
because they're
to
doing
get.
they're doing
Bad
just
Magic
a Bad
production
Magic app.
app,
Yeah.
So one day we'll do that.
Yes.
We'll have our own Bad Magic. It costs 40, 50 grand to make your own fucking app. So we're not doing it right away. Maybe we get popular.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do more stuff the more popular we get. We've already been kind of talking about that. If you guys have any ideas for what we would want to do for a 50th episode, this is episode 38, so we're 12 away.
Yeah.
We would love to hear that.
We're going to do like a strip episode. If we're going to do a YouTube only, and it's just going to be us naked.
That sounds awesome.
Really showing the penis and balls a lot. A lot. It's like none of our faces. It's all penis balls.
Oh, we can't do that on YouTube, though.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, we can. We just can't get monetized, I guess. So,
Yeah,
that's fine.
We don't care about that.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't give a fuck.
There's another.
All right, so tap into our OnlyFans. You'll get to see the full-fledged penis and balls. I love it.
To all of anybody I know who doesn't want to see my penis, don't come to that.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, so we release it, but we release it just as a podcast. So you can only see it. But then OnlyFans, you get to see the penis and balls.
Oh, okay.
So you have to pay to see it.
So I'm gonna have an extra camera.
Yep.
Just
Oh,
underneath
no
the table.
face. We're just doing penis and balls.
Yes. Just underneath the table, and we're gonna be sitting here. So it's just legs open.
And I'll be talking with my penis. I'll be like shaking it around a little bit while I'm talking.
And while he's talking, I'll probably just helicopter to be
Yeah.
a distraction.
Hey guys, I'm helicoptering to talk. Yeah, that's exactly what we're fucking doing. Listen, guys, if you don't want to tune in, fuck you. Go to hell. You're an asshole. You don't want to see some other man's penis? You're a fucking dick.
Yeah. Why
Why are you so sensitive?
Why are you so homophobic?
Yeah, stop being so sensitive. Fucking watch a penis.
There's nothing
Every time
wrong
you
with
watch-
seeing another penis.
Every time you watch porn, you're probably watching a girl take it by a penis. So fuck you.
You've seen lots of penises
Yeah.
in your life. If you
Or
watch
if you're
porn,
I don't know why you're watching this if you've never watched porn, but this is pretty bad.
yeah,
This is porn-esque.
which that's gonna be a weird episode because I've never seen your penis and you've never seen mine.
But
so.
we're doing this. We're doing this.
Oh,
but
God.
for real, we'll figure something cool
Yeah,
out.
we're
to do
gonna-
for the 50th.
we're gonna do
Maybe
something
a
fun.
cool game where it's fucking abnormal, or like we'll do something cool.
Yeah, I want to do something really fun with it. I don't know exactly what. We're
Yeah.
gonna take some ideas.
Well, we'll put some pros and cons ideas, and we'll figure it out.
And then once we get some more following going on Spotify and stuff like that, we do want to have a actual membership service,
Yeah, sure.
and possibly do like either DLC episodes or sequel episodes
Yeah.
or something that'll be
like a Patreon.
specific
A lot
for
of people do like a
yeah.
Patreon episode where they just release
Yeah.
something extra, which is cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
So-
Small Town Murder does it, and they do it for the Crime and Sports too. The
Time Suck does it.
The Dollop, which is another big podcast, does it. The only one who doesn't really do it, which they might now, I don't know, I haven't listened to it in a while, is Last Podcast on the Left.
Okay,
Which is a pretty big podcast.
Cinema Sins does it too.
Yeah.
They have a awesome Patreon.
Yeah.
Where all Patreon people get episodes a day earlier than everyone.
Yeah.
And they get bonus episodes.
Yeah, so we just need to figure out what our bonus episodes would be, and then for our 50th, we have to figure out high as fuck episode, drunk as fuck episode. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll emulate the time suck idea.
We could do a drunk episode.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be fun, and then we pick a cool topic for that.
We do a cool topic, and then
A cool game where it's impossible, where we almost like for the Patreon people, we release videos of us playing the games,
Yes.
recorded where we're just fucking drunk as shit.
we'll do Drunk Souls.
Yeah, and then we're drunk while we're recording.
So
this.
we play Drunk Souls with the Drunk Souls rules,
yeah.
and then we do a drunk
Or-
episode talking about
Fuck, we do the Pokemon thing.
the Pokemon thing.
The I don't remember what it's called now. You have all Pokemon available in an area,
Okay.
and if your Pokemon dies, fucking release them.
Oh, I've
They're
heard
dead.
about that one.
They're fucking dead. And if all your Pokemon die, you have to restart the fucking game.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's why you release all the Pokemon.
Yeah.
So in any area, you can catch any Pokemon.
Okay.
So a Rayquaza can show up, but their challenge ratings are still the same.
yeah.
So you can't just throw a Pokeball out
No.
at level 2 and catch it. It's
Yeah.
still a shitty challenge rating.
Yeah, we'll come up with something
Yeah,
though.
that'll be fun. We'll figure it out. We've
But
got
yeah.
so many ideas. All right, guys. We appreciate all of you for listening. Thank you so much.
Yes, and next week we are doing Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, we've already started, and,
and
so
we're
much
doing
fucking
the
fun.
remake version of it. We're
Yeah,
both
yeah.
actually playing the remake
Yeah.
because it's completely different from
So
the
did you
original.
say the remake is a third person? Or I thought you said it was a first person.
No, the remake's first person. The original's third person.
No, I'm doing third person. in the remake.
Or sorry,
It's switched.
The original is the old over the fixed camera.
Okay.
Like what the Resident Evil 1 was.
So then it's like a third-person view, but it's more slender.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this one's got that. They changed everything. Like everything's still the same as far as layout and what
Kind of
happens.
like Mass Effect. It's just
But
a good
it's
third
just
person.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous what
And it's
they
cool.
did.
I had never played these games before. Now I kind of want to play the first one in the original
Oh yeah.
and see how bad I am.
The first Resident Evil game I played was actually this
I will say, I'll give you a little
remake.
hint right now of what I've been going through. So you shoot people, and they go down. And they go down, and you walk over them.
And then they get back up.
But not always.
Yes.
And you walk back over him. So I walked over this one 3 times. Because I'm like, all right, the first guy I walked over twice, and he didn't hit me till the second time. I'm going to do 3 times on this one. And I walk. And I leave the area, because he didn't get up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, he's fucking dead. That's it. He's dead. And you can't pick anything up if they're not dead.
Yeah.
So then I go out, I leave, and I come back, and he's right there standing in front of me. Oh, what the fuck? And then you walk over another guy, and he just gets up right away, and you're like, God damn it!
I would always go up to the bodies on the ground, and I just take out my knife and...
Oh, so what I'm doing now is just shooting everything on the fucking ground.
I do
don't
that
care
too
if it wastes
sometimes.
bullets. I don't give a fuck because I'm so
You're gonna
scared all
want
the time.
bullets in the later game.
Yeah, but I have all this. I've been saving shit. I have
Okay.
a shit ton of gunpowder.
Okay.
So I can make shotgun, yellow gunpowder, black gunpowder. That's all I've gotten.
I was gonna say you're going to want them for later in the game when you start getting to like the actual bosses.
But usually, if they're on the ground and you shoot them, they die instantly.
Yeah.
Their heads explode, and if
Yeah.
their head explodes, you know they were alive. If
Yeah.
they don't, you know they're dead.
Exactly.
So, bam! And it's been very frustrating. Because I went through this whole part where I had no bullets. I'm like, fuck. And there's 6 guys in this room, just running past them and hoping I don't get hit. And I have a
Right.
shit ton of heals right now, but I have no bullets.
But yeah, so that's what we're planning on doing
Yeah.
for next week. So come back and we will be doing that next week. I hope.
Yes.
So
Hopefully. This is
we're
a
gonna
hard game to
we're gonna
finish.
try to get back on our one video a week, or maybe like 3 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So
All right, guys.
thank you.
We'll see you later.
I love you.
And go fuck yourselves.
That too. That sounds like fun, actually. Bye.